Welcome back to another episode of Team Psycosmos. This is Matt, here to provide you with that high vibrating, motivational, powerful frequency so that you can build the lifestyle that you so choose. I'm sending all those good vibes to you right now. I wanted to talk about something really funny to me, and that is my commenters that I've been receiving over the last few days. So I'll give you guys the long story short, right? I posted a video. It got 35,000 views on TikTok. It was a honest, unbiased review of Mike Lindell's Cyber Symposium. People got really pissed off at me because they didn't like Mike Lindell. They don't like Trump, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's fine. A lot of the comments that I got days after I posted the video, by the way, the video was dead for a few days in the algorithm. It hit like 33,000. Then all of a sudden it got 1,000 extra views, but everybody who saw it hated it. And they went on the TikTok, they went on the YouTube channel, they started commenting, "You're a liar. You don't have credentials. You don't actually have any professional work experience, blah, 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 blah." Okay, that's great. I'm not going to dox myself. I know exactly what this is. This is a attempt with bots and NPCs who are being paid to do this. I've been experiencing this for well over a year. None of these people are legitimate. All of them are annoying. All of them are sad and pathetic. And I'm very sorry that these people have either nothing better to do with their lives or this is the only way they can make money. But no, I will not be exposing myself. I have a 4-year degree. I have over 20 certifications. I have 10 years of work experience. I've sold over $1 million worth of products just between multiple different organizations. I've worked for the United States government. That's as much as you're going to get from me. I'm not giving you any more because I know what the game is. It's all it's all about trolling. It's all about trying to have me be like, "Oh, well, I gotta care what these online fucking losers think," even though they don't have anywhere near as an impressive resume as me. I have to care what all these other guys think, even though they are going to remain anonymous. They're not going to give me any credentials. They're going to tell me I'm wrong and provide a whole list of reasons which make very little sense. And I don't know. I'm just laughing at it. I think it's sad. Guys, stop. You're not getting much more than what I just gave you. You should be happy with that. Okay, so I know that you guys probably pissed you off, right? The way I just said that, so condescending. You guys are condescending. You guys are so fucking snarky and condescending. Like the amount of research. I own my own business doing research on information. Okay, it's kind of my bread and butter at this point. If you can't fucking Google that the Dominion systems have modems in them, you're lost. You're a lost fucking cause. I don't have to prove shit. This channel is not for me to sit here and hold your hand for an hour. If you want that, you can go to other channels. This is just for me to give very brief update videos, share my opinions, talk about what's in the news. That's just this channel. We got like a whole bunch of other channels. If you want me to walk through stuff and show evidence, go to my TikTok because that's where I do a lot of that stuff. But even for an unbiased review, that's all it was. It was not even a 3-minute video on TikTok. I didn't even make a 10-minute video, I don't think, on YouTube. And the only one thing that I can say that I'm sorry for, that I made the mistake on, is at one point I said that the data is legitimate. And earlier in that video I had said that I haven't seen the data. By data, what I meant was the information that they had provided. So all of the information that they had provided up front about walking through like the back end, talking about the technical aspects of things, why these voting machines having a modem would be a problem. All of that was sound. All of that was legitimate. They used the right terminology. They spoke very well. And a lot of people just were really pissed off because they don't want to see anything come out of this. I understand politically you guys are really polarized. Again, I'm not a Republican, nor am I a major Trump supporter. I'm a supporter of America and America's freedoms and the fact that we can't talk about the fact that these voting machines in the year 2020, we can't talk about the fact that these voting machines have modems in them because you're afraid that might invalidate your candidate. It's cognitive dissonance. I am a political independent. I could care less. I want whoever's best for the country. Right now, it does not seem like Biden is doing a great job. Okay, that's like the pure, honest, independent truth. He's not doing a good job. All right, and if he did end up cheat, I'm sure that's going to come out in the future. But I never made any claims. I didn't make any claims that the election was rigged, and I never made any claims that I had my hands on this evidence. Nor did I make any claims that the evidence was legitimate. I said that the information that I was trying to explain, the information that he provided was legitimate. The information walking through all of the steps, discussing all the things that he did, Was I kind of pissed off too that he didn't supply as much as I would have liked? Yeah, but was it better than I thought it was going to be? Yeah, I thought I was going to be laughing at him. When you see Cyber Symposium as a tech guy, you're like, oh my god, this guy's going to make a fool out of himself, and he didn't. He really did not make a fool out of himself. I think that he was an overzealous salesperson, and if you don't understand corporate business, then you're gonna probably think that he was a lying, schmoozing sack of shit. But if you actually understand corporate business and you see how he was selling everything and the advertisements and everything else, yeah, of course, this is a sales event. And like most people who are sane should have understood that. Yeah, he was gonna try to fucking sell pillows during this whole thing, obviously, but did he bring a bunch of important people together to have an important conversation? Yeah, he did. And he did a pretty damn good job at it, I would have to say. A lot of people were really happy who went. I was actually really satisfied. I didn't know that these voting machines had that type of hardware in them. Turns out that they did. Turns out that we should probably give him some props for figuring that out. Now we have to have a discussion. It seems like everything's really tumbling down for those people who are really, really against this type of information. But hey, I'm sorry. I can't change that. I'm one independent guy. That's it. And I'm independent. I really am. I post things that I find because regardless of their political affiliation, I post the things that I find online because a lot of people haven't seen them yet. That's why my videos do so well on TikTok. That's why I've been able to grow, in less than a month, I've been able to grow over 6,000 followers, and it's going to consistently grow. Actually, 6,000 a month is pretty good because some of the other TikToks that we made only got like less than 1,000 in a month. So we're doing something right here. Anyway, I just really wanted to touch on that point. I'm really sorry I pissed so many people off. I gave an unbiased review, and people wanted to throw their biases in there, obviously. You can't make the claims that you make. You can't sit here and complain and say, I'm a liar, I don't have credentials, when you don't ask for credentials for every person that you listen to. That's the biggest problem I think I had with that. I don't care if you want to, sit there and say like, well, you're not going to show us your credentials, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay, that's a fair point. But it's the hypocrisy, right? What are your fucking credentials, first of all, and which you have none, and secondly, why do you think it's okay to ask me that because you disagree with me, but with all of these doctors who are brainwashed and they don't actually do any extra effort research, they just vomit what they're told and they're hurting people, you're okay with that? That's my point. Is like there are thousands, plenty of doctors. There's over 100,000 doctors who have come out and said, this experimental thing is not a good idea, and for whatever reason, their credentials aren't taken into consideration because it doesn't fit the narrative. Everybody asking for my credentials, which is a fair question, but if you're going to resort to that, you are part of the problem. You are part of the narrative. You are part of the corporations. You are part of the government. You are part of the group of people who would promote violence against somebody like me because you disagree with me. I wouldn't do that to you, but you would do it to me because there's a disconnect. There's a cognitive disconnect. So just wanted to kind of make that point. I'm really sorry for the people who are depressed or bored or don't have any other job opportunities. They have to make negative comments for stuff that, they have to fight the narrative online. I understand. I know plenty of people. I've had to talk with plenty of people who are paid shills, some of which I admit that they are, and they can't stand, arguing with people online anymore. I feel bad for them. I don't really have too much else. There's actually a lot of really important stuff we could talk about. Afghanistan, which, I think that's just going to be a big cover-up. There's clearly going to be some kind of 9/11 planned event, false flag operation. If you didn't think that, then you're just stupid. I'm sorry. You have to be looking at the signs. The fact that they like actually flashed on the television. Oh yeah, we want to be really careful around 9/11 and religious holidays. What religious holidays? Could you tell me? Could you tell me what religious holidays the government who agrees, the government who is pushing that this election thing is a fraud, and yet at the same time our country is completely dying and we're pulling out of all these locations around the country? Can somebody explain to me what religious holidays we're talking about around 9/11? Because it's not 9/11. No. And if you don't know what religious holidays are going to fall at the beginning of September, well, that sucks. I can tell you they're Jewish holidays, the Shemitah, the Jubilee year. It's a big financial indicator. There's going to be a recession. It's coming, period. If you don't know this shit, I wouldn't expect you to. I've worked Wall Street. I know this shit, and I don't have to prove it to any of you. That's part of my certifications. I've worked Wall Street. I've done it. I know all this stuff. Watch what happens next month. So they're already setting up, and they're manipulating the vocabulary to make it seem like there's going to be a similar attack. And with everything going on with the Taliban in Afghanistan, come on, wake up a little bit, people. Go check out our merch store. Go check out our Patreon, our Cash App. Go check out all of our great stuff. Once again, we're all love here. Sorry for the somewhat negative video today. I just really want to make a point to people. You can't just make stuff up and claim, because I didn't see anything, that means there was no evidence, or I'm just going to choose to not believe you and tell you that you don't have credentials, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to get all these snarky comments, down in the bottom. I don't care. I laugh. Every time you guys post these comments, I laugh because you're just pushing up my video into the algorithm. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. Just keep engaging with me. Keep arguing back, or keep trying to fire off stuff. Keep posting your awful sources and your Reuters fact check and your Snopes fact checks. Just keep posting stuff. Keep posting stuff from the Daily Wire. Like you're a Republican. Like, here's your proof. Like, I'm not a Republican. You guys are insane, but for all the normal ones, which is luckily the 99% majority of you, which I see your comments, I love your comments. You guys make my heart so warm. Love every single one of you. For the 1% of commenters, that's what really this video is about. You guys might need to get a little bit of help. So I love you guys. Take care.